What if getting older wasn't inevitable? I mean, really, there's been a stunning new breakthrough that is challenging everything we thought we knew about aging. And it all boils down to one incredible number. Let's dig into what this really means. 400%. Just let that number sink in for a second. This isn't some crazy stock market gain or a new sales metric. No, this is the potential slowdown in cellular aging that a brand new technology has just achieved. We are talking about an absolutely monumental leap forward here. So let's put that into perspective. Imagine your cells, the very building blocks that make you, accumulating damage at just a quarter of the normal speed. What would that actually feel like? What would it mean for your health, for your energy, for your entire life? Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like something straight out of a movie. But this isn't science fiction. This is real research coming out of one of the most respected institutions on the planet, MIT. This is happening right now with real science and tangible results that could literally change the future of humanity. Okay, so to really appreciate just how revolutionary this all is, we first need to understand the enemy, what's actually going on inside our bodies as the years go by. Let's take a quick look at the biological culprits that are behind aging. At its very core, aging is a cellular problem. It's this slow, steady accumulation of damage. You can think of it like a brand new car. Over decades, it gets tiny little scratches, dings, and rust spots. At first, you don't notice, but eventually, those small issues add up and lead to major system failures. In our bodies, we just call those failures disease. So what are these cellular dings and scratches? Well, scientists have zeroed in on three main forces that are driving this entire process of decay. And here they are, the three big ones. First up, you've got damaged DNA. Think of it like typos slowly creeping into our body's instruction manual. Then there's mitochondrial decline. This is when our cellular power plants just start to run out of juice. And finally, chronic inflammation. It's like our body is in a constant low-grade state of emergency, and that just wears everything down. This trio is basically the tag team that causes what we call aging. For decades, we've been trying to fight these enemies, but honestly, with pretty limited success. But now we have a completely new architect in this fight. A new tool that isn't just analyzing the problem anymore, it is actively designing the solution. And that tool, of course, is artificial intelligence. And this is a really fundamental shift in how we're using AI. See, for years, we've used it to analyze data that already exists to find patterns. That's the old way. But the new way? It's generative. So instead of just reading the book of life, we're now using AI to write entirely new pages, to design brand new molecules from scratch that nature never even dreamed of. AI is literally going from being a biologist to a bioarchitect. So, how in the world do they pull this off? Well, it all starts with training. The researchers fed the AI this massive library of biological information. Then they gave it a mission. Go design new molecules that can specifically target those three drivers of aging we just talked about. The AI got to work, designing things we've never seen before. The researchers then created these compounds in the lab and tested them, and the results were just astonishing. The cells didn't just stop aging faster, they actually started to reverse it. This whole process, it really marks the beginning of a completely new chapter in medicine. We're talking about a future where longevity could become a choice, not just something left up to chance. The outcome of those lab tests was crystal clear. The cells that were treated with these AI-designed molecules didn't just age slower, they actually became biologically younger. The damage wasn't just stopped, it was being actively repaired. And the impact was seen across the board. The cells were better at regenerating and repairing themselves. The number of genetic errors being made was reduced dramatically. And get this, all three of those main drivers of aging, the DNA damage, the energy decline, and the inflammation, were all actively being reversed. So why does this matter so much? I mean, who cares about younger cells? Well, you should, because those three drivers of aging are directly linked to some of the deadliest diseases of our time. By treating aging right at the source, at the cellular level, we might be able to delay or maybe even prevent things like cancer, dementia, and heart failure. We're not just talking about living longer, we're talking about living healthier for so much longer.
This quote from one of the researchers really just nails the scale of this moment. We are standing on the edge of a massive paradigm shift. For all of human history, aging has just been a fact of life, an inevitability. And now we're starting to see it as a condition, something that can be managed, that can be treated, and maybe, just maybe, one day cured.
And all of this leaves us with a truly profound question. If we actually crack the code of aging, if it becomes more of a choice than a destiny, what does that mean for us, for society, for what it even means to be human? This technology is opening doors we've only ever read about in science fiction, and we are just now taking the very first steps into that incredible future.